Welcome to Hamilton County TV. I'm Perry Williams, and alongside me tonight will be the play-by-play announcer, Brad Silbert. Let's thank our sponsors here real quick, Brad, for this night. Regional game here between Hamilton Southeastern and the Kokomo Wildcats. Logan Street Signs and Banners, Noblesville Trophies, the Walford Theater, Movies on the Road, Bold and Sassy, and Indiana Restoration. We appreciate them for being our sponsor here tonight. And, Brad, it looks like a beautiful night we got here.
Perry, you could not ask for more ideal conditions than we have tonight. I've got 74 degrees right now, a wind which is out of the west at about 12 miles per hour, and humidity of 29%. It is just an absolutely gorgeous day. And so we're going to turn it over to Janet Chandler. She's our public address announcer here at Hamilton Southeastern, and she's going to have the introductions of the players and the national anthem here in just a moment. But in the meantime, she's ready to start. Perry, we got two teams here that are very, very evenly paired. The Kokomo Wildcats come in here as the visitors tonight at 18-8. Hamilton Southeastern Royals come in here at 16-8. One of them coming out of the sectional up north in West Lafayette at Harrison. The other coming out of the Fishers sectional. And let's take it over to Janet Chandler.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Hamilton Southeastern High School. This evening's regional matchup will feature the Kokomo Wildcats against the Hamilton Southeastern Royals. First, the non-starters for the Wildcats. Number 36, LaTroy Smoot. Number 28, Jordan Call. Number 25, Kaylin Trine. Number 21, Abby Higgins. Number 18, Brooke Reeves. Number 13, Katie Howell. Number 6, Taylor Turnbow. Now the starting lineup for the Wildcats. Leading off at second base, number 4, Paige Ward. Batting second at shortstop, number 3, Ellie Trine. Hitting third in center field, number 7, Alexis Clark. Batting fourth and on the mound for the Wildcats, number 2, Lauren Hicks. Hitting fifth, number 27, the third baseman, Taylor Simmons. Batting sixth in right field, number 9, Cortland Cottle. Hitting seventh and catching, number 8, Caitlin Dowden. Batting eighth at first base, number 12, Savannah Emmons. And batting ninth, number 11, in left field, Olivia Branch. The Wildcats are coached by Mike Susong with assistance from Marcus Ward, Ken Perry, and Troy Clark. Now for the home team on the scoreboard, the Hamilton Southeastern Royals. Non-starters for the Royals. Number 7, Jayla Gilliam. Number 10, Jenny Turok. Number 14, Bree Zook. Number 15, Danielle Planet. Number 17, Holly Hosfield. Number 22, Lily Upchurch. Number 24, Caitlin Schonborn. Number 19, Kennedy Morgan. Number 34, Anna Lucas. And number 42, Kaylin Winsick. Starting lineup for the Royals, leading off in left field, number 11, Abby Taylor. Batting second at shortstop, number 27, Nicole Dillow. Hitting third at second base, number 3, Jordan Rager. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 44, Libby Ratliff. Hitting fifth and doing the catching, number 31, Ashton Keel. Batting sixth, the designated player, number 35, Nicole Lang. She is batting for pitcher, number 16, Alexis Maka. Hitting seventh at first base, number 9, Kaylee Carter. Batting eighth in center field, number 6, Shelby Berthold. And hitting ninth, the right fielder, number 1, Eliza Moore. The Royals are coached by Dave Cook with assistance from Jeff Moore, Emily Kitchen, Casey Dean, and Michelle Dickey. And I think they used to have different names. Or they still have different names. So they do have different names. So, oh well, that's what happens when you get old. Our umpires this evening, behind the plate, we have Bob Storms, first base, Kim Stallhut, and at third base, Stephen Guthrie. And now we'll have the playing of the national anthem.
Perry, we're just about ready to play some softball here in the IHSAA Regional. Let's take a look at these two pitchers. First, out on the mound for the Hamilton Southeastern Royals is number 16, Alexis Maka. She is a senior. She's got a 2.48 ERA, record of 7-4 this season, made 19 appearances for Coach Dave Cook, pitched 90 in the third innings, good out to walk ratio, 103 strikeouts, only 21 walks. You can hardly beat that. And we'll talk about Lauren Hicks for the Kokomo Wildcats when we're getting ready to have the Royals come up here. This interesting way that these two teams got here to this regional, Perry.
Absolutely. With Harrison, at Harrison in West Lafayette, it's where Kokomo came from. Kokomo beat McCutcheon 7-0, and then Kokomo in the semifinals beat Harrison 11-3, and then Logansport 16-2 in the championship game. So, they've been kind of untested here.
Yes,
going through the sectional here.
Mm-hmm.
So at Fishers, Southeastern won the first game, the first round against Westfield 8-0, and then they beat Noblesville Millers 8-1 in the semifinals. In the championship game, they handled Fishers 10-2. So both teams haven't played that close game for a while.
They have not. The Kokomo Wildcats come in here with a team batting average of .364 and on-base percentage of .422. So they're a good team at getting on base. First pitch from Alexis Maka to Paige Ward is a called strike. Ward steps in batting .382 on the season. That one's just a little bit high, evens up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. We're just underway here at Hamilton Southeastern High School on the eastern side of Fishers. Just a gorgeous afternoon, a nice breeze blowing just about straight out to right field at about 10 miles an hour. Maka misses on her third pitch, makes it a 2-1 count. 74 degrees at game time. Doesn't get much better than that. Swing and a miss by Ward. Evens up the count at 2-2.
You know, Paige Ward's the only senior that starts for Kokomo. So.
Swing and a miss. Maka starts out with a K.
Well, just like you talked before we started here, Maka's very, very consistent. She doesn't throw a lot of balls, and she's got a lot of strikeouts. So she's a good, consistent pitcher.
Been one of the mainstays for Coach Cook and his staff for several years now. First pitch to the shortstop, Ellie Trine. He's a called strike, strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. There's a fly ball out to left field. Abby Taylor is under that. Takes it in for the second out. You know, the humidity being as low as it is and the wind blowing out, we're liable to see some long ball today, Perry.
Absolutely. Very well could happen here.
You look at this Wildcat lineup from 1 through 9, only one batter batting below 343, one in the 200s. Other than that, they're all in the 300s, and 3 of them are in the 400s. And one of those in the 400s is a center fielder, Alexis Clark, who steps in there and takes the first pitch for ball 1. There's a strike over the outside corner.
We got 2 outs here in the first inning.
Glad you joined us tonight on Hamilton County Television, wherever you're watching. If it's on Facebook or whatever method, we're glad to have you with us. Swing and a miss. Alexis just blew that one right by her, didn't she?
Yes, she sure did.
2 outs, 1 and 2. Top of the first. Kokomo Wildcats up to bat. That was kind of one of those throwaway pitches.
Yeah, it was. It really was, because the catcher was standing up. So
Alexis Clark is a .456 batter. Swings and misses at an outside high fastball to retire the Wildcats in the first inning. So in the top of the first for the Wildcats, no runs, no hits, no errors, 2 strikeouts for Alexis Maka. Nobody left on the bases. Due up for the Royals in the bottom of the first will be Abby Taylor, Nicole Dillo, and Jordan Rager.
Well, Brad, Logan Street Signs and Banners.
You ever heard of them?
Yeah, I absolutely have.
Oh, yeah, a lot of people know them.
Yeah. They're celebrating 25 years. That's hard to believe since Jim's only 30. He started pretty young.
Yeah, I know.
Street Signs and Banners specialize in last-minute signage and banners, serving Noblesville and Hamilton County since 1992.
You know who he reminds me of? You ever watch that show, The Big Bang Theory, Sheldon?
Yes.
He was in college when he was, when he was 10 years old. So, and Jim's right up there with him, isn't he?
That's right. That's right. You could contact them at 317-773-7200 or check them out on their website, LoganStreetSigns.com. Go by there and see old Deb and I can't say old Deb, can I?
Oh, you better
Young
not.
Deb and Will. You know. Don't tell her, Jim, that I called her old.
Oh, for the Kokomo Wildcats, Lauren Hicks, a senior, takes the mound. She's got a 2.39 ERA, 16-7 on the season. She's made 25 appearances. She is definitely the workhorse on Coach Sassong's team here, with a 137 2/3 innings. Also a very good strikeout to walk ratio with 176 strikeouts and 41 walks. So we're liable to see quite a pitcher's battle here tonight, Perry. And the first batter for the Hamilton Southeastern Royals will be left fielder Abby Taylor. Abby steps in batting .468. Just the kind of average you want to see in a leadoff hitter.
Absolutely.
Takes the first pitch, about belt high, right over the plate for strike one. Swings, fouls that one straight back.
It's 0-2.
Taylor's in the hole at 0-2. Nice crowd here tonight. That one's a little outside. A ball and a strike. There's a ground ball to the shortstop Trine. Over to first. The ball gets there in time. Shannon Emmons made a nice stretch to get that ball because Taylor was down that line very, very quickly. One out, the bottom of the first.
Yeah, because so many times that first batter is probably your quickest player, too. Not only does she get on a base a lot, she's very quick.
Swing and a miss on the first pitch to Nicole Dillo.
It's a good pitch by Hicks right there.
Dillo will have another year here at Hamilton Southeastern. She's a junior, and
Base
she promptly
hit.
puts that into right field for a base hit. First hit of the game. That'll bring up Jordan Rager at second base tonight. Jordan, a sophomore.
Yeah, I mean, of course, David Cook's been at it a long time, Coach Cook has, and, he knows that you have to bring those younger players along to go with your seniors, and this lineup is just that way.
I'll tell you how long he's been at it. He's been at it longer than Jim's been doing Logan Street Science. There's a well-hit ball into center field. That is gone. Jordan Rager with a two-run homer to right in center field over the head of Alexis Clark. I think the weather conditions definitely helped that one out, Perry. The low humidity, the wind blowing out, gave that ball a little boost, and the Royals are in business with 2 runs and 2 hits here in the bottom of the first inning. What a blast. That wasn't a high fly ball. That was just a plain and simple line drive homer. Great hit by Jordan Rager.
Now we probably see why she is a sophomore and bats third in the lineup, right?
That is her 3rd home run of the season.
None bigger than that one.
Yeah. That brings up the third baseman, Libby Ratliff. There's a high foul ball straight back over the Wildcat dugout. Nice crowd out here this afternoon. A lot of the red and white Kokomo faithful here, along with the white and blue Royal faithful. It's definitely a patriotic setting out there on the field today. A lot of red, white, and blue for a Memorial Day, for the day after Memorial Day. That one's inside. 2 balls and a strike on Libby Ratliff.
They're still coming in over there, Brad.
Yeah, there'll be a few more coming in. There's one that's going to go all the way to the fence.
Base hit.
And Libby Ratliff is going to try to make it to 2. She will be into second base standing up with a double. 3 hits in a row for the Hamilton Southeastern Royals off a normally very stingy Lauren Hicks. Ashton Keel steps in.
in talking about the stats earlier about how close they were schedule-wise, but when they play common opponents, strike, common opponents, Southeastern's 5-1 and Kokomo's 2-2. So, many times you got to look a little bit further than just
the first couple indications.
Yeah.
1-1 now on catcher Ashton Keel. There's a ground ball to short. Scooped up by Ellie Trine. Gets the ball over to Savannah Emmons for the second out. On the plate, Ratliff stays at second. Ratliff thought about going on that, but the ball was hit right at Trine, and Trine made a nice play on that.
Here's another sophomore doing the designated player tonight, Nicole Lang.
Swing and a miss, 2 strikes on Nicole Lang. The 0-2 pitch is outside. Strike 3, swing and a miss. So for the Royals in the bottom of the first, they have 2 runs and 3 hits, no errors, 1 left on the bases. We are through 1 with the Hamilton Southeastern Royals ahead of the Kokomo Wildcats 2-0.
Noblesville Trophies. Noblesville Trophies offers a large range of products, including sports trophies, corporate awards, and in-house embroidery. Noblesville Trophies provide you with a same-day service for those last-minute decisions. Contact them at 317-773-7391 or check them out at noblesvilletrophies.com.
We are through 1. The Royals have got a 2-0 lead with the 4, 5, 6 batters for the Wildcats coming up. Little good old-fashioned rock and roll there in the background, courtesy of public address announcer Janet Chandler.
iPhone up at the press box. If you can identify it, please come on up. Lauren Hicks up at the plate. Taylor Simmons on.
Lauren Hicks steps in. The leading batter on this team at .488. Wow. That one hits her. So the Wildcats will have their first base runner of the game.
Third baseman, number 27, Taylor Simmons. Portland Cottle on deck.
They're going to let Lauren Hicks kind of walk that off a little bit. A little bit surprised I haven't seen a courtesy runner out there for her, but maybe she's one of those who
I think she's
just
got
likes
good
to stay
speed.
in the game.
Yeah, she's a sophomore.
Young teams we've got in this regional.
Absolutely.
Taylor Simmons steps in, a .407 batter.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised if we didn't see the Wildcats this time next year be in the regional with all these young players.
They are definitely an up-and-coming team. A runner on first, no outs. That one bounces in and gets away, and on the play, Lauren Hicks advances to second on the wild pitch. So the Wildcats have got a runner in scoring position. A 1-ball, 1-strike count on the third baseman, Taylor Simmons. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Alexis Maka, one of the seniors on this team. 2.48 ERA, 7-4 in the season. Here's the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. That's a big out.
Absolutely.
Third swinging strikeout of the game so far for Alexis Maka. Three of the four batters she has retired. She's retired on strikes. There's a high fly ball. Right fielder goes after that, and there was a little bit of a crash there between Eliza Moore and Shelby Berthold, but in the end, Eliza Moore made the catch, and she managed to hang on to the ball. That could have been a disaster, Perry.
Oh, yeah, looking for a place to happen there, especially with the speed that it looks like Hicks has on second base.
And I don't know if they just one of them didn't call the other off or what happened there, but it does go as an out, a break for the Royals.
Well, I assure you that Coach Cook will have words with the both of them when they come in the dugout. I assure you that.
Yeah, you've got to call
talk
that.
Out there.
Yep, you got to talk. Strike one on the catcher, Caitlin Dowden. She's a 360 batter. That one's high, evens the count at 1-1. Lauren Hicks out there on second. She was hit early in the count, hit by a pitch by Alexis Maka, took first and got to second on a wild pitch. There's a fly ball going out to Abby Taylor in left field, and the Royals survived the threat of the Wildcats. So in the top of the second for the Wildcats, no runs, no hits, no errors, one left on the bases. We're in the middle of the second with the Royals leading 2-0.
Well, it looks like we got some movies coming up here.
We certainly do.
The Wofford Theater movies on the go. If Jim doesn't have enough to do with his sports ventures and all that and his talk shows during the week, on Friday and Saturday he looks to find something to do in the movie world. And this week is the first Movies at Forest Park, June 2nd.
I hear he's giving discounts for people who come for that movie.
Yeah, discount
he's
pricing.
Free.
Yeah. Can't beat free.
Oh, that's the key to it.
And if I did enough, come Saturday night, go out to Witten Park and features as it's presented by Saxony, Finding Dory on Saturday night.
No, Finding Dory was already, it's going to be Moana.
Moana, yep. I'm sorry. Moana.
Unfortunately, Finding Dory
was rained out, right?
Yeah, Dory got lost in the rain, and they couldn't catch up with her. The rain did a number on Dory last weekend, and you know what else is coming up through Wofford Theater? The big Knowlesville Street Dance.
Absolutely.
And what's that's going to be at the Commons this year, isn't it?
Absolutely.
At the Federal Hills.
A Tim Allen movie.
Yeah.
Shaggy Dog.
But Federal Hill is going to be the site for the big Noblesville Street Dance this year. One of the best events of the summer in Central Indiana.
Street dance movie.
Yeah, street dance movie. Just a good time all around.
All right, here we go.
Hamilton Southeastern will send up the lower third of the order here in the bottom of the second. That's the first pitch to Kaylee Carter. Carter's a .212 hitter. She'll be followed by Shelby Berthold and Alicia Moore. A ball and a strike on Carter, the first baseman.
She's a senior.
Just gets a piece of that one, fouls it back in the hole. 1-2 rather. Dave Cook coaching down there at third. Jeff Moore over on the first base side. Did she go? She went.
Yeah.
A swinging strikeout Second strikeout of the game for Lauren Hicks.
Shelby Berthold.
Dave Cook is talking to the home plate umpire,
I think he's going
Bob
to pitch
Storms.
Number 42 is going to hit.
Yeah, Shelby Berthold is not hitting. It's Kaylin Winsick who is going to be the pinch hitter.
Wonder if she got hurt on that fly ball out there in between.
Well, that's what I'm wondering too, because they had a pretty hard
collision
there. Yeah. Winsick is in the hole 0-2. We'll have to see whether she goes into center field. I'm guessing she probably will. A ball and 2 strikes. Winsick is a freshman.
Nice base.
Comes in a clutch situation and gets herself a base hit.
Wow.
That'll bring up the right fielder, Eliza Moore. It was Eliza Moore and Shelby Berthold who had the meeting of the bodies out there in right center field, and we can only surmise that apparently Shelby must have been somehow injured. Otherwise, I'm sure she would have been up there at the plate batting. 4th hit of the day for the Royals. Moore is a .312 batter.
It's good when you bring a freshman off the bench cold and called into action and gets a base hit.
Well, Winnigan has only played in 3 games this season.
Wow.
So that is quite an accomplishment. 2-1 on Moore.
Right? I'm ready,
Put
Coach.
me in, Coach. I'm ready to play. That's what that song says, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Swing and a miss, evens the count of 2-2. The Wildcat defense is giving Moore straightaway center field. They've got her shaded well to the right side. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Moore goes down on strikes.
That's Hicks' 3rd strikeout to this inning.
Top of the order again for the Royals, that being Abby Taylor. She grounded to the shortstop in the 1st inning. That one's over the outside corner of the plate for a called strike. There's a foul ball out of play, not going to get to the parking lot. Did you see the nice little ding on the front of the Hamilton County television van, the production van?
I saw that the other day in the afternoon game yesterday.
A ball and 2 strikes on Abby Taylor. 2 outs, 1 on. We're in the bottom of the 2nd. Royals ahead 2-0. That one's outside. Evens the count at 2-2. Kaylin Winnick, the runner at first. There's a bouncer to the shortstop, Trine. Over to first, not in time. Great job of hustle there by Abby Taylor, and she beats that out for a base hit. I don't think there was anything Ellie Trine was going to do with that one, Perry, because that one's hit pretty deep to shortstop, and she scooped it up and got rid of it as quickly as she could. But the bottom line comes down to the Royals have 2 runners on, 2 outs, and Nicole Dillo comes up to bat. It's a little bit of a brush back there. Ball 1 inside. Dillo had a single in the 1st, scored on Jordan Rager's 2-run homer. There's a ball bounce to the second baseman, Ward. Over to Emmons at first to retire the side. So for the Royals in the bottom of the second, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. At the end of 2, the Royals are ahead of the Wildcats 2-0. Let's talk a little bit more about those movies and everything that Wofford Theater has got coming
Absolutely.
up. Coming up, Harry.
Every Friday at the park, there are free classic movies out there. Bring your lawn chair, bring your popcorn, or they'll sell popcorn out there, your drinks, whatever, lawn chairs, and enjoy great classic movies. Like I said, June the 2nd, this week, the first one, Patch Adams.
That is a great movie.
Absolutely.
One of my all-time favorites.
June the 9th is Philadelphia Story, and June 16th is August Rush. So a lot of great movies coming up there out at Forest Park. Beautiful park there, been for for years.
Yeah, it's all presented by Wofford Theater with Logan Street's signs and banners, Noblesville Trophy, and Hamilton County Television is the lead sponsor in that.
Absolutely, and one of this year, one of the new sponsors, Jaggers, that's become Jim's favorite place to eat anymore.
Aha. So. The 8-9-1 batters coming up for the Wildcats here in the top of the third. Savannah Emmons, Olivia Branch, then back to the top of the order for Paige Ward. Emmons, a .362 hitter. Swing and a miss, evens the count at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch from Maka. A little bit high and inside. 2 balls and a strike. Wildcats had the leadoff runner on in the top of the second, but couldn't get any farther than second base. There's a ground ball. Right over the outstretched glove of Nicole Dillow. That's going to be a base hit for Savannah Emmons. First hit of the day for the Wildcats. That brings up the left fielder, Olivia Branch. Wouldn't be a bit surprised to possibly see a bunt here. She squares to bunt, pulls back, but it is called a strike. Third base coach is asking home plate umpire Bob Storms if that was a called strike or she didn't get the bat back in time. I think it was a called strike.
Still a good spot here to bunt.
Mm-hmm. Gets it down.
Gets it easy.
Kaylee Carter picks the ball up and gets it over to Jordan Reagan, covering at first, and Olivia Branch gets to second on the sacrifice.
Exactly what they wanted to happen there.
They've got the top of the order coming up. You know, you look at the batting averages on this team, Perry, and you really can't tell much difference top to bottom. With one exception, they're all in the 300s.
Right.
4 of them are in the 400s. Every once in a while you'll see a 400 batter, but not very often.
No.
Ward fouls the first pitch back for strike 1. Savannah Emmons on second, 1 out. We're in the top of the third. There's a fly ball to right field. Eliza Moore is there for that one, and she makes the play for the second out. Can you see who that is out there in center field now? I can't
tell.
I can't see if
because those numbers are so tough to see on the front of the.
Yeah.
Royals uniforms.
It looks to me like Shelby Berthold went back into center field. I think that's her out there. There's a little foul ball that's over toward the left side there. We are told now that Shelby did re-enter the game there in the center field, so glad to hear that she's doing okay. She probably maybe just needed to, maybe she got the wind knocked out of her or something like that. Just needed a couple minutes to
or the trainer might have had to do some taping or something.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Another foul ball back on the left side.
0-2. This is a good spot to be in.
Trine is in the hole at 0-2. She flied out to left field her last time up in the first inning. 2 outs, 1 runner on second. The leadoff batter, Savannah Emmons, is at second base. 0-2 on Ellie Trine. There's another ball hit to left field.
Nice catch.
Beautiful running catch there by Abby Taylor to retire Ellie Trine.
That could have been big trouble down there.
So the Wildcats put the leadoff runner on base once again in the inning, but failed to score. So now for the Wildcats in the inning, there was no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on the bases. We're in the middle of the third with the Hamilton Southeastern Royals ahead of the Kokomo Wildcats 2-0.
What about Bold and Sassy Salon?
Wow.
That's official hairstylist for Jim and Will Wolford.
I've noticed that both of them look a lot sharper, too.
That's right.
I told Jim the other day that he probably needs to go and get himself to an appointment at Bold and Sassy before the big street dance. Don't you think? Don't you think that'd help?
But that probably won't happen.
Well, yeah,
But you can get a 10% off if you mention Jim or Will's name there. Call Brenda at 317-501-0572. That's 317-501-0572.
Or they can call Donna, right?
Sassy. Yeah, absolutely. Or you can call Donna at 931-436-0678.
The Bold and Sassy Salon in Noblesville, the official hairstylist of old Jim Wofford and Bill Wofford. And speaking of the Wofford boys, they are here today. Jim at the controls down in the mobile unit. Will up on the roof on the camera. And Jordan Rager takes the first pitch for strike 1. Second one bounces in there. She's evened up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Rager with that huge home run right over the center field fence just to the right of the flagpole in the second inning. Fouls that one off to the right. Beautiful afternoon for softball. Beautiful afternoon for anything.
That's right, because I saw the lacrosse team practicing over there.
The lacrosse team is, they're done with practice now.
And you see cars everywhere. All the fields are being occupied around this area. It's always a great sight to set up here and see all these.
Well,
these
with the school system here in Fishers done for the year now, the rec leagues, which are just behind the right field here, are in full swing. All those are softball fields out there. So you look at Dave Cook standing there in third base.
He's smiling when he looks around.
He's going to have a big pool of players coming up one of these days. Line drive right over the outstretched arms of Ellie Trine. Jordan Rager is on base for the second time today with her second hit. 6th hit of the day for the Royals. That's going to bring up Libby Ratliff. She had a double her last time up. And I think are we going to get a courtesy runner here? I believe we are. No, in this case, it will not be a courtesy runner. It'll be a pinch runner for Jordan Rager. That's Danielle Planet going out to first base, number 15.
Danielle, a junior. Brad, there's hardly any seats in the house here in the bleachers.
No, there's none in the bleachers.
And they're about 3 or 4 deep down the first and third base sides. And we got people sitting in trucks looking over the the outfield fence out there, so we got a big crowd here.
Well, I've got my opinion on those folks that are standing outside the fence there. They're trying to get themselves a free game.
Yeah.
The only way they should be able to get this game free is listening to you and I.
That's right.
But I'm not going to say another word. 0-2 on Ratliff. That one is outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Danielle Plant, the pinch runner for Jordan Rager on first base. Ratliff had a double in the first inning. There's another one outside. You got to believe with the strength of these pitchers, unless something really off the wall happens, that both of these pitchers will probably go all the way today.
I would say so.
The 2-2 pitch. That one's high and inside.
You kind of would think that since Hicks has pitched 25 out of 26 games.
Right? Yeah, 25 appearances.
In 26 games they played.
137 innings. There's one that's going to go foul. Can the right fielder Cottle get to it? No, into the bullpen.
And Maka's went 90-some, hadn't she? Innings, 97?
She's got 90.1, 90 in the third. Lauren, if you round it off, she's got 137 and 2/3, so you could actually round that probably to 138.
Yeah.
If we do the official stats. The 3-2 pitch, that one hit right back up the center. And the Royals are going to have runners on first and second with no outs. And catcher Ashton Keel stepping in. That one went right by the head of Lauren Hicks, and she just didn't have quite enough time to react to that. Had she been able to react just a little bit quicker, she might have been able to pull a double play on that.
Absolutely.
But as it is, it's the second hit of the inning for the Royals. Royals with runners on first and second, and Ashton Keel steps in. She grounded to the shortstop earlier today. Swings and misses at the first pitch.
You know, Brad, you have to say that Southeastern Royals have come out hitting the ball now. We're in the third inning. They got seven hits.
Yeah, 7 hits already. You know, by the time you get to the end of the sectionals and to the regionals, you're seeing the better teams, Perry. And, you know, one of the obvious things about that you're seeing the better teams is we're in the third inning and there hasn't even been an error.
Yeah.
It's been a very, very well-played game. 1-1. Keel swings and misses. She's in the hole at 1-2. There's a foul ball coming almost straight back at Will. A little bit higher, and he might have been able to have a play on that. If we'd had some video of that, we could have sent that to our buddy Dan Patrick for the play of the day.
That's right.
The 1 ball, 2 strike pitch popped up. That is going to just be out. Shannon Emmons gave it a lot of effort there from first base, but probably about a foot over the fence. So, but she was right there at the fence. Had that ball been within the field limits, she probably would have made the catch on it. Another 1-2 pitch. There's a well-hit ball to left field. That is going to go all the way to the wall. That is going to score at least one. Dave Cook is waving in the second run. And Ashton Keel is on third base with a 2-run triple.
Branch looked like she was having trouble picking that ball up out there in left field.
Well, she was moving to her right. And at the time she was moving to her right toward the foul line. And at the time, Perry, the sun was right in her eyes. Now it's gone behind a cloud, and I think she might have lost that in the sun. We're going to get a courtesy runner for Ashton Keel. That's going to be number 22, Lily Upchurch.
Courtesy runner for Keel, number 22, Lily Upchurch.
So Ashton Keel takes care of business for the Royals. The Royals have already got 3 hits and 2 runs here in the bottom of the third. Still nobody out. 4-0 now. for the Royals. That one's over the inside corner, right at the knees to the designated player, Nicole Lang. She's one of the 3 strikeouts so far that Lauren Hicks has put up. Lang in the hole at 0-2, fouls that one off to the right. I just don't think you can count these Wildcats out, though, with the batting averages, with the the potency that they got at the plate. This game is far from over. That one's a little bit outside and low. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And it's tough on Maka, too, because, 1 through 9, I mean, you can't let up anywhere.
You don't get a break anywhere. That one just barely caught the outside of the plate. Strike 3 called on Nicole Lang. From our vantage point, that looked like it was basically in about the same place as the last pitch. 4th strikeout. There's another well-hit ball to center field, but this time Alexis Clark is right under it.
No score, though.
And Lily Upchurch, she tags up at third base, and she scores the 5th run of the day for the Royals.
Oh, they say she left early.
Oh, they appealed it.
Yes.
She left early, so that run does, number 1, the run does not count, and she is out. So let's add this. Let's add this up here, Perry. Carter officially flies out to the center fielder for the 2nd out. And then because Upchurch left early and on the appeal, she was called out at third base. So for the Royals in the inning, they end up with 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and officially nobody left on the bases. So at the end of 3, the score is now Royals 4, Wildcats up in the top of the 4th.
I want to thank another one of our sponsors, Indiana Restoration. No job is too small or too big for Indiana Restoration Services. Whether you're a homeowner or a large business experiencing water, fire, or storm, or a homeowner that simply needs a good carpet cleaning, Indiana Restoration has you covered. You can contact them at 317-776-9942.
Well, that's a unfortunate turn of events for the Royals because they thought they had another run there, and unfortunately Lily Upchurch left a little bit early. But for the Wildcats, they're going to send the 3, 4, and 5 batters up to face Alexis Maka here in the top of the 4th. First batter is Alexis Clark. She's already up there in the hole, 0-1 with a swinging strike. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and just barely foul-tipped that. And that one caught the mask of Ashton Keel, and she's a little bit stunned on that. Steve Zook, the trainer for the Hamilton Southeastern Royals, is out there. He's looking at her right now along with a couple of other people. I couldn't tell if that hit her straight on or glanced. It kind of looked like it glanced off of the...
and I think it twisted her, her neck a little bit.
Going to let her have a drink of water there and just take it a moment or two to recover. Ashton will not want to come out of the game unless Zook tells her she has no choice. Well, coming up on Friday, we've got more sports on Friday, is the Noblesville girls lacrosse team is at the semi-state level. We'll have that game Friday night from White River Elementary School. Since they're working on Hare Chevrolet Field, those have been shifted over to White River Elementary.
Yeah, I went by there the other day, Brad, and the turf's off.
Yep, I saw a picture of it in the paper the other day. Swing and a miss. Alexis Clark goes down on 3 strikes. fourth strikeout for Alexis Maka. All four of them been swinging strikeouts.
Yep.
Lauren Hicks, the pitcher.
So each pitcher has 4 strikeouts now.
She led off the second and was hit by Alexis Maka. Managed to get the second, but didn't get any farther. There's one right at Eliza Moore. One pitch to Lauren Hicks, and she flies out to the right fielder, Eliza Moore.
At this field, this time of day, the right fielder is a tough position to play right now with that sun. But they learn to adjust.
Well, you can see the shadows, and the shadows are kind of moving a little bit more toward the right field foul line. The shadows aren't right behind for Eliza there. The shadow's not right behind her, so the sun is not totally in her eyes, but it's still a difficult time today with the sunset about an hour away. A ball and a long hit to center field, and the Kokomo Wildcats, courtesy of Taylor Simmons, are on the board with a solo home run. That ball went to almost exactly the same place that Jordan Rager hit it for the Royals.
It's what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
You know, you can't count with the batting averages that Kokomo has. You can't count them out.
You just can't count them out. And you know, with the wind and the low humidity today, Perry, the ball is going to sail. It's going to sail, but that ball was going to be out of this field any way you look at it. She just got everything on it. A straightaway home run to center field for Taylor Simmons. Cortland Cottle takes the first pitch for ball one. Alexis Maka probably disgusted with herself for giving up the home run. Foul ball off to the right. I see athletic director Jim Self coming up this direction. Two balls and a strike.
You know, with that home run here, Brad, and then also the leaving early and
makes a difference.
Makes a difference here.
There's another well-hit ball. That's out of here. Back-to-back home runs for the Wildcats.
So we got us a ball game here. 4-2.
2 runs, 2 hits, 2 home runs for the Wildcats here in the top of the fourth. Well, the thing you have to hope if you're a Royals fan is that running mistake
won't come back and haunt.
Yeah, won't come back and haunt them. But you just never know. Caitlin Dowden, the catcher, steps in. She flew out to left field last time. Royals coaching staff out there talking to Alexis Maka, probably just saying, just calm down. We're okay. We still got a 2-run lead. I see athletic director Jim Self from Hamilton Southeastern is here in the press box. Hopefully we can get a couple words with him between innings. Jim has never been a guy who's short on words. Always got very positive attitude. Caitlin Dowden steps in. She's one of the few left-handed hitters in this lineup. 2 outs, 2 in. Nobody on. 0-1 on Dowden. The 0-1 pitch from Maka. Swing and a miss. Five strikeouts for Maka so far, or 4 rather. All of them have been swinging. The 0-2 pitch. That one is going to go foul. right down by the Hamilton Southeastern bullpen. Jayla Gilliam is warming up down there. Still 0-2 on the catcher, Caitlin Dowden. Outside, 1-2. Malka gets ready to deliver the 1-2 pitch. A little bit low. It looked like it might have been over that inside corner, Perry, but I think just a
little low.
A shade low there. Probably just over the shoe tops. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Another foul ball. That one goes into the parking lot. Did you hear the thud of a car on that one?
Yep.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on. 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 home runs so far here in the top of the 4th
with 2
for
outs.
the Wildcats. Yeah. Yep. That's going to be a hard play to make. That ball was just barely hit over the head of pitcher Alexis Maka. Nicole Dillo did everything she could to get to it, but she just could not get to that ball in time. And Caitlin Dowden is on first base with a base hit. The 4th hit of the day for the Wildcats. And Dowden is going to be have a courtesy runner for her. I don't see a number 10 listed on my roster. It is number 10 out there, or is that 18?
18.
There's one into right field.
Oh, she stumbled.
Eliza Moore makes the play for the 3rd out, but in the top of the 4th, Jimmy, the Wildcats, with 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, 1 left on the bases, we're in the middle of the 4th with the Royals leading 4-2. And we're joined now by Hamilton Southeastern co-athletic director Jim Self. Jim, first of all, we'd like to thank you and the whole staff here at Hamilton Southeastern for your hospitality and your generosity for us to be able to come here and broadcast this game today.
Well, we're glad you're here, Brad. We always appreciate you guys coming, and beautiful night for softball.
The Royals had quite a trip through the sectional this year, didn't they?
Yeah, they really did. You know, they got, I think the week before, Coach Cook was a little nervous. We weren't playing so well coming into the sectional, but then the bats came alive, and we got hot at the right time.
How are we looking for fall sports? We getting all lined up now?
You know what? We're conditioning started today in terms of summer conditioning, but I'm not sure. I think our coaches are always optimistic. We got a lot of good kids coming back, and we'll see. We'll see.
That's good. Athletic Director Jim Self from Hamilton Southeastern High School. Jim, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Brad.
You're welcome. So the Wildcats came alive there in the top of the 4th, took advantage of a running mistake by the Royals in the bottom of the 3rd, and this is a 4-2 game now. This is a brand new game. Caitlin Winsick is going to bat again.
Number 42, Caitlin Winsick.
Hicks' first pitch misses inside for ball 1. Winsick batted in the 2nd inning. Had a single. She's just a freshman. Both of these teams, a lot of young talent.
Absolutely. Wow.
Ooh, boy. That's a called strike. Strike 2. Bob Storm said that one went over. Did she
Save.
beat it out? She beat it. Alert running there by Kaylin Winsick. Officially, Hicks will get her 5th strikeout of the game, but since the ball got away from the catcher, there'll be a charge of an E2 on that. And the Royals have got runners on first, the sacrifice.
Good bunt.
And Winsick is down to second on the sacrifice by Eliza Moore, which was fielded by the first baseman, Shannon Emmons. 3-4 officially for the first out. And we're back to the top of the order for the Royals. Abby Taylor had a base hit last time up. That one's a little bit outside, ball one.
Nicole Dillo on deck.
There's no error scored off that. No error scored off that. It's either a wild pitch or a left pass ball, but that's not an error. That's drop and strike, yeah. So pitcher gets a strike, pitcher gets a strike.
A ball and 2 strikes on Abby Taylor. I am told in softball now that is not considered to be an error on the catcher. There's a fly ball. That might fall in there. That does. Royals are going to have runners on second and third with 1 out. So Kaylin Winsick, she gets around to third. Abby Taylor will give her a 2-base hit. The Royals are in business with runners on second and third, and Nicole Dillo at the plate. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a foul tip on the high fastball. Hicks is pretty cool out there with those 2 runners on, isn't she?
Yep.
The 0-1 pitch fouled again.
You know, and she's only a sophomore.
Mm-hmm. Well, you mentioned earlier that we could see a lot of these 2 teams at the regional level the next couple of years. The 0-2 pitch, that's bounced right back over the center. And that's going to score 2 runs.
That was huge.
Good base running there by Abby Taylor and Kaylin Winsick. And the Royals have scored 2 runs with just 1 hit in the inning, the single by Nicole Dillo. Dillo will get 2 RBIs on that. Jordan Rager steps in. She's 2 for 2 with a home run and a base hit.
Yeah, that was some good base running there, Brad.
So the Royals have answered the 2 runs that they gave up to the Wildcats in the top of the 4th with 2 runs of their own, still only 1 out with a runner on first, that being Nicole Dillo. And Jordan Rager stepping in to bat. She's 2 for 2 so far. That one's outside.
Young sophomore may be a little rattled here.
Nobody loosening in the bullpen.
No.
A little bit low. 2 balls and a strike. Correction, two balls and no strikes.
You know, Brad, but by her pitching 25 out of 26 games, you got to feel like that it's all on her shoulders.
Oh, yeah, I believe that. That one's over the outside corner of the plate. Bob Storms has been calling that all day over that outside corner.
He sure has.
Been very consistent out there, and that's very, very important. The 2-1 pitch. There's a pop-up. If that stays fair, it's going to be...
Nice play by the second baseman.
Yeah, second baseman Paige Ward went over there and grabbed that in foul territory. for the second out of the inning.
She got a good jump on that ball.
Yeah, she did.
baseman.
I think part of the question on that was whether that was going to stay fair or foul, but it was between the first baseman and the second baseman. That was a very playable ball, so the Wildcats need one more out to get out of this inning. Royals already scored 2 runs on 2 hits. There's a shot right back to Ellie Trine. She grabs it for the third out of the inning. So in the inning for the Royals, in the bottom of the fourth, there were 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on the bases. We are through 4 with the Hamilton Southeastern Royals ahead of the Kokomo Wildcats 6-2.
Well, Brad, let's talk a little bit about this game here today, because Kokomo's obviously playing Southeastern here, but also there's a game going on with Homestead and Leo, so
and that's
they played the winner.
Yeah, the winner here
advances. Okay.
Will advance to that game,
and that's at Harrison. They'll go to Harrison, and that's on Saturday. That's a 1 p.m. game. So
Harrison has been the site of the North Semi-State in softball for years. And, the Royals, of course, have played up there several times. They played there 3 times in the Semi-State since 2007 when they won their first championship 10 years ago. 2010, back up there for the Semi-State. And then 2014, state runner-up. So a lot of proud history here for the Royals, but we'll just have to see what happens here. Which of these teams is going to be able to advance and play up in West Lafayette next weekend. Got the 9-1-2 batters coming up for the Wildcats here in the top of the 5th. Branch sacrificed in the 3rd. Swing and a miss on an inside fastball.
good pitch there.
Something you don't see in baseball very often that you see a lot in softball is that rising fastball, and that's exactly what Alexis Maka had there. There's another one. When I first started covering softball, I thought, why are these players swinging at these higher pitches?
Yeah.
And then as you get the perspective,
Yeah.
you see that fastball just rises, and where you think it's going to be right at your belt, all of a sudden you're swinging through it, and it's right at your eyes.
Yeah, when you watch high-level softball and college softball, I mean, it seems like pitchers don't throw many strikes. I mean, they're always baiting you with, a rise ball or.
Mm-hmm. That one's high.
Yeah. But
high
once
inside.
again, that was that ball, that rise ball. It just didn't drop.
Well, the one who was the master of that rising fastball was Morgan Mello during the 2007 season for these Royals.
Absolutely.
That one's over the inside corner at the knees. First called strikeout for Alexis Maka tonight. That's her 5th strikeout of the game.
The one thing about it here, Brad, there is great tradition here, 2004 when they went to the state and was runner-up, and in 2007 and 2010 they were state champions. So
yeah,
there's a lot of
ground ball to Jordan Rager. She just underhands it over to Kaylee Carter for the second out of the inning.
Tradition here.
Well, part of that tradition, Perry, and I don't know if you know that or know this or not, these two ladies sitting over to our left here,
They started
it all. They started the softball program here many years ago, and they both coached, Cindy Gemmer and Janet Chandler, and they gave up the coaching, and Dave Cook took over for Janet about 26, 27 years ago. There's a high pop-up to left field. Abby Taylor is there. So Alexis Maka has a real easy top of the 5th.
And now they sit up here and keep you and I straight.
Yes, they do. So in the top of the 5th for the Wildcats, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on the bases. We're in the middle of the 5th with the Royals ahead 6-2.
Brad, on that, we didn't get to finish talking about it, but at that same time, Penn plays Northridge up there. Penn is playing Northridge tonight, and Crown Point's playing Chesterton. So they'll go to Harrison, and they'll play at 11. They'll play the early game there with the championship at Harrison will be at 7:10.
We almost have
at 7 o'clock on the 3rd.
You almost have to believe, Perry, that the northern half of the state softball-wise is just absolutely loaded this year, and the eventual champion, I'm not going to say that's going to be a coronation, but the eventual champion may end up coming out of the northern half of the state, because a lot of top 10 teams in the north that are still playing, but there's a few that have gone down. Harrison went out early, and so that's how Kokomo got here. We're in the bottom of the 5th now. The 5, 6, and 7 batters for Coach Dave Cook will be coming up. That being Ashton Keel, Nicole Lang, and Kaylee Carter. Ashton Keel swings and misses for strike 1. She had a triple her last time up in the 3rd inning. There's a little nubber just to the left there. She's in the hole 0-2. You can see Lauren Hicks out there now kind of shading her eyes a little bit, because that sun is really, look at how long those shadows are. That sun is really, really getting low on the horizon.
Yep.
The 0-2 pitch way outside. The 1-2 to Keel. There's a ground ball to the third baseman, Simmons. Simmons gets it over to Savannah Emmons in time to retire Keel.
Now stepping up to the plate will be the designated
First out at the bottom of the 5th.
Nicole Lang.
The designated player, Nicole Lang, steps in. Lang has struck out twice in this game. First time swinging, second time looking. She'd like to break that streak. That one's way outside.
Those are streaks you don't want to have.
Yeah. Catcher Caitlin Dowden had to go halfway across the left-handed batter's box to snag that one. There's a foul ball. That is going to go out of play just into the bleachers beyond the right field, right side dugout of the Kokomo Wildcats. I'd like to thank everybody who's watching us today on Hamilton County Television, on Facebook. Where else are we today? Perry, I can't remember all the places we're at today, but we're a number of places, and we appreciate you watching. Thank you for joining us. It's our pleasure to be able to bring you this game today. Called strike 2.
Yeah, it's great to have this regional action here in Hamilton County.
Hicks has done a good job of taking advantage of that wide strike zone. There's a ground ball to shortstop Trine. She scoops it up. Gets it over to first in time. Nice stretch there by Emmons to retire Lang.
Emmons has done some good stretches over there.
Yes, she has. She doesn't get a good stretch on that one, and she probably has a runner on first.
Absolutely.
Kaylee Carter struck out and flied out to center. Little bit low. Hit the corner, but had to be low. 1 ball, no strikes. Carter, one of the seniors on Dave Cook's squad. There's a slow roller to the shortstop. Once again, Trine gets it over to Emmons, and the sides are retired. A very, very quick 5th inning here for both the Royals and the Wildcats. In the bottom of the 5th for the Royals, no runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on the bases. We are through 5 with the score. Hamilton Southeastern Royals 6, Kokomo Wildcats 2.
Well, want to thank our sponsors here once again. Logan Street Signs, celebrating 25 years of Logan Street Signs and Banners, specialize in that last-minute signage and banners. serving Noblesville and Hamilton County since 1992. And you can contact them at 317-773-7200 or check them out on their website, LoganStreetSigns.com.
You know, Logan Street Signs is just one of the many things that Jim Wofford and his son Bill are involved in now. They're, a number of businesses here in Hamilton County, plus Hamilton County Television, Wofford Theater with the movies in the park, the Noblesville Street Dance coming up at the Hill there. I think this is the first year it's going to be there at the Hill, isn't it?
Yes, it is. In fact, that'll be the first movie ever played.
Yeah.
At Federal Hill Common.
Yeah.
And the one thing about it here too, Jim and Will, and along with you, have been very, very busy because you did 3 baseball games yesterday.
Yeah, and I got home last night and I kind of crashed, but I thought, I've got another fun day coming up today. That's I've been looking. I was little history on this game. After the Royals won the other day and won the sectional, I sent Jim an email and says, "Hey, HSE is playing in the regional. You want to cover it?" I think 30 seconds later he said, "The check's in the mail." So Jim is extremely supportive of all the teams here in Hamilton County, and we're supportive of the Kokomo Wildcats too. We're glad that they're here tonight, and any of the fans up there in Kokomo who happen to be looking in on Hamilton County Television, thank you for joining us. We're glad to have you here with us.
But, that's the one great thing about Hamilton County TV and Jam Walford. I mean, this game was not on the schedule.
Yeah.
But it was the right thing to do in Hamilton County, and that's what we do. So.
Well, I sent him the email and said, "You want to cover it?" I said, "I'm available." And,
it doesn't take you very long to say yes. Though,
no, I knew in the back of my mind I was going to be in this stadium tonight, one way or the other, whether I was covering the game with you or whether I was looking at it as a spectator. Every once in a while it's fun to do that too. Called strike 3 over that outside corner at the knees, and Alexis Clark is the first out of the 6th inning. Strikeout number 6 is what I've got so far for Alexis Maka. Pitcher Lauren Hicks steps in. She reached when she was hit by a pitch in the 2nd inning, made it to second base but didn't get any farther. Flew out to the right fielder Eliza Moore her last time up. That one's a little bit high. 1-0.
One thing you can tell about Hicks is she's just a pure athlete.
Yes,
she really is.
Yeah, and this Kokomo Wildcat team, this is going to be a team to be reckoned with in the next few years. As young as they are, as well as they hit, I don't think anybody should be surprised that they won the sectional with the caliber of team they are. Although I think if you look at it on paper, Harrison was probably favored. 3-0 now on Lauren Hicks. Taylor Simmons on deck. She had a home run her last time up. There's a well-hit ball. That's going to be another home run. 3rd home run of the day for the Kokomo Wildcats.
Would you say she had the green light with it being 3-0?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, being a .488 hitter, if she got something good, you knew she was going to be swinging at it. Not necessarily for a home run, but just to plain and simple get on base. So 1 out, 1 in. The Wildcats pick up their 3rd run in their 5th hit of the game.
Unbelievable.
3 of those 5 hits have been home runs. The fortunate thing for the Royals is each of the home runs has been a solo shot.
Yeah. Wildcats fans are cheering a little bit in the dugout, and we got us 1 out here, and
we got a game here. That one's over the lower outside corner for strike 1. Simmons struck out in the second, had the first of 2 home runs in the fourth. There's another well-hit ball, but that one's going to be caught.
Oh, my
gosh,
gosh,
right in
it.
front of the center fielder. I think Abby Taylor was initially going to take that ball, and I think that the center fielder, who is now Caitlin Winnick, I don't think she realized that that was her play to make. That's going to be an error on the center fielder. Cortland Cottle steps up, the second of 2 home runs in the fourth. That one's a little bit outside, evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Man, a swing of the bat this game, it changed completely.
Turn 2.
Well, the Royals with their second mistake of the day, their first error.
Wow.
In that mental mistake on the run there at third base. Could be big. There's a hit into center field. So the Wildcats have got 2 runners on and 1 out. Caitlin Dowden steps in. She's 1 for 2 today. She had a base hit in the 4th inning.
That brings up
second hit of the inning.
Brings up action in the Southeastern bullpen.
There's a foul ball just about into the parking lot to our left. Caitlin Dowden, the base hit in the 4th inning. She got stranded. That one's a little bit low, evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. The Wildcats have left 3 runners on base so far in this game. Little bit inside, 2 balls and a strike.
This Kokomo team are fighters, you know. If they got down and they've been fighting right back.
They have not given up. That one's hit straight to
She's
center
hard.
field. That's to the wall. That's going to score at least 1. And they're holding the second runner at third. So another run and another hit for the Wildcats. And now they have runners on second and third with 1 out. And that's going to bring up the first baseman, Savannah Emmons. The Wildcats tying run at second, the lead run at the plate with 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Nothing like the last inning was, the 5th inning. Both teams went 3 up, 3 down, and it was a quick 5th inning. But the 6th inning, been a little bit longer, a little bit different story here. In the 3rd inning, it looked like the Royals were on cruise control. It looked like they were going to take a huge lead. Then a running mistake by a courtesy runner.
A couple home runs with 2 outs. And
in this ball game, 1 swing here, and the Wildcats could have their first lead of the day. Wildcat coaching staff urging their fans to get into the game. 1 out and 2 on.
The momentum has definitely changed, Brad.
Yes. There's a foul straight back.
This is always tough here right now.
The thing the Royals have going for them now is they've got the experienced pitching of Alexis Maka in there. She's a senior. She's been in situations like this before. There's one that is going to be foul. Oh boy.
That would have scored 2 for sure.
The Royals got a huge break there.
That's the one tough thing right here. You know, they have that infield in to stop the run at the plate. A little fly ball like that in between, because you got your outfield playing regular position. It's
0-2 on Samantha Emmons.
There's some definitely spots out there.
The Royals in need of a strikeout here. That one's just a little bit outside. A ball and 2 strikes.
Keel tried, though, didn't she? She tried to frame it up.
Yeah, she certainly did. That was a little. It
was outside.
Yeah. About the same place. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Savannah Emmons has the discipline to not swing at that ball. That's good discipline on her part.
Absolutely.
I think Maka put that ball right where it was. She knew where she wanted it, and she wanted it outside. She was trying to get Emmons to swing at that pitch.
Yeah, she was baiting.
And she couldn't. There's a swing and a miss. That is a huge out. 7th strikeout for Alexis Maka. 2nd out of the inning. The number 9 batter, Olivia Branch, steps in. She got a sacrifice and a strikeout looking.
Now you're bringing your outfielders in.
Yeah. Swing and a miss at the high heat. That's exactly what Maka gave her the last time. She gave her 3 pitches that were high and out of the zone, and she swung through the first 2 and then got rung up on the third one. The Royals in need of an out here. The Wildcats in need of a hit. Swing and a miss. That was a very hittable ball, right waist high.
Absolutely.
At the knees. But I think what Maka did on that is she just blew that fastball right by her. That was just a straight fastball. Let's see if she goes for the rising fastball and she can get her to bite on it here, Perry. Little outside.
Once again, she was baiting her.
Yeah, just like happened with Savannah Emmons. Keel lined up outside. She tried to frame that to get the call, but she could not get the call. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Olivia Branch. Swing and a miss!
Well, Brad, what a great job by Maka there.
Wow.
Getting herself out of trouble. But, you know, Coach Cook, you know, you look down there in the bullpen and you're warming up a freshman earlier and, you know, you go with the gal that brung you here, right?
Yeah. Well, in the top of the 6th for the Wildcats, there were 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, 2 runners left on base in the middle of the 6th. The score is now the Hamilton Southeastern Royals 6, the Kokomo Wildcats 4. Let's talk a little bit about Noblesville Trophies.
Noblesville Trophies offers a large range of products, including sports trophies, corporate awards, and in-house embroidery. Noblesville Trophies provide you with same-day service for that last-minute decision. Contact them at 317-773-7391 or check them out on their website, noblesvilletrophies.com.
Well, Perry, we are through 5.5 innings here. The line score from the scoreboard has got the Kokomo Wildcats with 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors. Hamilton Southeastern Royals, 6 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. Now, here in the bottom of the 6th, the Royals are going to send the 8, 9, and 1 batters out. Looking forward to the top of the 7th, the Wildcats are right back at the top of the order, so there is nothing easy for either of these teams coming up here.
Absolutely.
I'm certain that Coach Dave Cook over there at third base, he would like nothing better than to get at least 1 or 2 runs in this inning and put a little bit of distance between the Royals and the Wildcats. And, of course, Mike Sissong, he would like nothing better than a 3-up, 3-down inning from his star pitcher, Lauren Hicks.
But I really think Kokomo, the momentum's with them right now. They're pumped up. Their crowd's pumped up.
We're just going to have to see how
who steps up.
Yeah, if how this half of this inning goes. Strike one is called to Kaylin Winsick. She took over in center field from Shelby Berthold, who was injured earlier in the game in a little crash there. 0-2 now on Winsick. Berthold and Eliza Moore ran into each other, and Berthold was injured. That last pitch, I can't help it. That's exactly the same pitch that got called for a ball
the last
inning.
Yep,
but it's called for strike 3. The 6th strikeout of the game for Lauren Hicks. There's a well-hit ball. Home run!
That's big right there.
Abby Taylor takes the first pitch straight to center field to the American flagpole there and gives the Royals a 3-run lead.
Not bad for a young sophomore.
Wow. That ball, we how many home runs is that tonight? That's 5, isn't it?
Yeah.
5 home runs in this game, and we were talking before the game about the possibility of long ball, and the wind has all but died down. So Abby Taylor just got all of that ball, and it didn't clear the fence by much. I thought at first that Alexis Clark might be able to get that, but it just barely cleared the fence in her glove, and that'll bring up Nicole Dillow. Dillow fouls the first pitch back. 0-1 on her. 2 for 3 in the game with 2 base hits. Grounded to second in the second inning. We're in the bottom of the 6th. There's a hot shot to the shortstop. Overthrown on that one, coming over to Emmons.
That's a huge throwing error there.
We're going to have to see how they score that. If they score that a hit and an error, or if they could score that. Janet Chandler says they're scoring that a hit and an error, which I think is the right call on that.
Absolutely.
So there'll be an error on the shortstop that gets Dillow to second base, but credit her with a base hit. So the Royals, with their second hit of the inning, got another runner in scoring position. There's a bouncer to the shortstop, and she's not going to make the play. That ball was hit just
and it had some spin on it.
Yeah, that was kind of a little nubber.
It was
that Ellie Trine, when she got that ball, she looked at first, and I think she realized that she did not have a play on that. And rather than risk throwing to first and overthrowing and end up having Nicole Dillow score, she gave up the base hit to Jordan Rager. So the Royals are in business here in the bottom of the 6th. There's 1 run in on the Abby Taylor home run. Royals at first base and at third base.
Coach Cook and Coach Moore talking out there.
I must stand corrected here. Eliza Moore had the home run for the Royals.
Stepping up to the plate for the Royals.
Abby.
Runners at the corners. And 1 away, Jordan Rager.
Come on, Jordan. Come on, Jordan. Bring it in. Keep this thing away.
And Nicole Dillow had that last base hit.
Play right there. That breaks up. That's 2 things that happens there. Breaks up that double play ball, and I know Coach Cook wants I knew Coach Cook and Coach Moore were up to something because they chatted the whole time in the timeout.
Yeah, I got a batter ahead of myself here. I'm sorry about that. Jordan
you're
Rager
right.
takes the second one for a called strike.
I thought you did because you told me it was the 8th and 9th batter. We're up 8,
Yeah.
9, and 1.
Yep.
And then
Well, I got ahead of myself.
that happens.
I skipped Eliza Moore and gave credit for the home run to Abby Taylor, but Abby is now on third base. She did have a hit.
You know, that's
Nicole Dillo at second with a single and a stolen base.
Eliza Moore being the 9th batter and hitting the home run's huge.
Jordan Rager fouls that one off. So I think I got my scorecard back the way it should be. 1 ball, 2 strikes on number 3, Jordan Rager. I think I'm right now. Sorry about that, folks. In the excitement, I got a little confused. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Rager. Swing and a miss.
Ooh, that's big out right there. Coach Cook a little upset there because she could have ran and they would have had to throw down there. Now, whether he would have sent her, I don't know, but, you know, it's always a chance.
Libby Ratliff steps in. Reached on an error.
Now he needs a base hit. He gets a pop-up. Well, they got 1 run back.
So in the bottom of the 6th for the Royals, it was 1 run. There were 3 hits. There was 1 error and 2 left on the bases. We are through 6 with the Royals ahead of the Wildcats 7-4.
All right, let's remember classic movies start in the park this week. Free classic movies in Forest Park. Approximate time it'll start is about 9:15, right around dusk. Huge season for the Walford Theater on the road. June 2nd, Patch Adams. June 9th, Philadelphia Story. June 16th, August Rush. Funny Face on June 23rd. And June 30, Wild Heart. So a lot of things coming up here on Friday nights at Forest Park. Movie starts about 9:15 for classic movies. Also got a big movie coming up here on Saturday night at Saxony at Whitman Park, about the same time on it. So at dusk. So there's a movie out there coming, and of course coming up is a street dance not too far away here in July and
Federal Hill on
Federal
the 8th
Hill
of July.
Commons. Yeah.
For rain weather and stuff, we will have Facebook, so we can check that out. Whether it works yet, they say.
Check out Facebook, the Wolford Theater on Facebook to make sure that if there's any weather conditions or anything, it'll be posted on there. So just keep that in mind all season long with the classic movies or any of the movies Jim does. Here we go.
Number 1 hitter in the batting order, Paige Ward, steps in, takes the first pitch from Alexis Maka for a strike. There's a foul ball over the dugout. Ward is in the hole, 0-2. Wildcats need 3 to tie. The Royals need 3 quick outs to win.
So threes are big right now.
Yes, they are on both sides. Swing and a miss by Ward. The ninth strikeout of the game for Alexis Maka. One of these 2 teams will be up in West Lafayette at Harrison High School on Saturday. I believe that's an 11 o'clock start for that game, isn't it?
That's a
Perry?
1 o'clock.
It's a 1 o'clock start? Okay.
Yeah, the other one is 11 o'clock.
Strike 1. Three of the 4 runs for the Wildcats have come via the home run. 0-2. Wildcats with 4 runs on 8 hits, 2 errors. Royals 7 runs, 12 hits, and 1 error. 1 out here in the top of the 7th, an 0-2 count on the shortstop, Ellie Trine. She's had a busy day at shortstop today. She's flown out to left field all 3 times at bat. That one's just a little bit outside. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes.
The veteran Maka, you can tell she's in control here.
Yes,
and
she
knows
is.
it. There
Swing
it
and a
is.
miss. Strikeout number 10 for Alexis Maka. And the Wildcats are down to their last out. The Royals are 1 out away from a semi-state appearance at William Henry Harrison High School in West Lafayette, Indiana next Saturday. You got that schedule for the next Saturday there? There's a fly ball to center field. That should do it. And the Hamilton Southeastern Royals have won the sectional or the regional 7-4. Let's thank our sponsors, Perry, and then we'll come back and wrap up the game here.
All right, let's go quickly through our sponsors. Logan Street Signs and Banners, Noblesville Trophies, the Wofford Theater, Movies on the Road, Bold and Sassy Salon, and Indiana Restoration. Thank you, sponsors.
7-4 the final score on this thing. The line score, the Hamilton Southeastern Royals with 7 runs, 12 hits, and 1 error. The Kokomo Wildcats with 4 runs, 8 hits, and 2 errors. And Perry, we thought this would be a fairly close game. And I do believe I'm still saying 7-4 is a fairly close game here, because both of these teams had some pretty big victories in their road through the sectional. The Wildcats beat McCutcheon 7-0. They beat Harrison 11-3, and they beat Logansport 16-2. Whereas the Royals were 8-0 winners, 8-1, and 10-2 winners. So neither of these teams had really had a close game. But it really came down to a couple factors here in this game, in my opinion. First of all, the Royals had what could be termed a very, very critical running mistake on the bases. That was when a courtesy runner for Ashton Keel did not tag up properly on a sacrifice fly and turned into a double play. Not only lost an out, but also lost a run, and that kept the game right there at 4-2 at that point. And then the Royals turned up the defense, and they did just a tremendous job here on the Wildcats. But so it's a great victory for the Royals, an unfortunate loss for the Wildcats. But as you said earlier, Perry, I think we're going to see these two teams in sectionals and regionals for the next few years to come.
Absolutely, and one of the big differences is obviously Hamilton Southeastern pitcher Maka. I mean, she's a senior. She brought him here. She never lost her composure and did a great job. Well, we need to wrap it up here, Brad, and head out.
Yeah, we'd like to just remind all the Hamilton Southeastern Royals fans that the game on Saturday will be at Harrison High School in West Lafayette. They will be playing in the 1 p.m. game, and they will play the winner of Leo and Homestead from up northeast in Fort Wayne. That promises to be a good game, and should the Royals prevail in that, the championship will be at 7 o'clock at Harrison. So, on behalf of Perry Williams, my name is Brad Silbert. We thank you for joining us. Good night.